What's up, everybody? It is Burton Newcomb here. It is Thursday, 10/7/2021. It is 7:58 a.m. And today what we're going to talk about is the housing inventory. Inventory is looking a little bit better, okay? And we are coming up with more and more housing, which is good for all you buyers out there. That is a fantastic thing. We are currently have 142 single-family homes in Dougherty County, which is 2 less than we had last week. So some of these numbers are still fluctuating, but we're up a lot higher than we were earlier in the year when really low inventory. And back into Lee County, which is a super popular county in our area, we have 54 single-family homes on the market, which is 7 more than we had last week. So, Lee County has a very highly sought after school, and so that's, good for that area. A lot of people like to move there for the school. And so we have 54 homes in the area, and that is fantastic. And now it is time to go into the next section of our video. It is very alarming to me, okay? Economics is so important. I cannot tell you how important simple math is, So I read an article on, grow.acorns.com, and it says 50% of millennials think they need $300,000 or less to retire in comfort. And let me tell you, 300 grand is not enough money to retire on. All right, so let's go ahead and break that down, all right? $300,000 you've saved up. You think you can retire on that, all right? Let's do some quick math on the board over here, okay? So we're going to take 300,000. We're going to divide that by 36,000. That would be $3,000 a month leaving you to live on. And really and truly, where are you going to happily live the life you probably want to live on $3,000 a month, right? So let's take that. 8.3 years. So let's just go ahead and round that down. If you retire at 40 years old with 300 grand in the bank, at 48, you are flat broke, okay? So, if you do it if you retire at 60, at 68, you're broke. 70, you're 78, you're broke. 80, you're 88, you're broke. And really, who wants to be 80 years old still working, or having to work, I guess I should say. Not that you don't want to, but that you don't want to have to work, There's a difference between wanting to work and having to work, In fact, let's go ahead and break this down a little bit more. Let's say you are the iconic millionaire. You have $1 million of cash in the bank saved up that you've saved up working for however long you've been working for. And probably, really and truly, $1 million, the iconic $1 million, you're a millionaire. You can't even afford to retire and live off of that. And you're like, Burton, you're crazy. $1 million is a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Absolutely, it's a lot of money. But it's not enough money to retire on, not in my opinion at least. And let me tell you why. Let's go ahead and break this down. Let's say you have $1 million. And you divide that by the 36,000, which is once again $3,000 a month. Let's take that and do some math. 1 million divided by 36,000. 27.7. So let's go ahead and round that down to 27. Let's go ahead and take this off, because we're going to have inflation. Understand we're not accounting for any inflation or anything at all. 27 years old. 27 years before you're flat broke, living off of $3,000 a month, which is probably not what you want to live off of, right? So, let's say you're 40. Let's say you're 50. Let's say you're 60, and let's say you're 70. All right? So let's say you're 40 years old with $1 million, 50 years old with $1 million, 60 year old with $1 million, 70 year old with $1 million. At 67, you'll be broke. At 77, you'll be broke. At 87, you'll be broke. And at 97, you'll be broke. And we're probably all going to live, we got great health care, great medicine and all that. All this right here, 97 years old, we'll probably all live to at least 87 to 97 years old, right? So 97 years old or 87 years old, living on $3,000 a month, not accounting for any inflation at all, you're flat broke. So you better hope your car doesn't break, you don't have, God help you, you don't have any major health care issues, you or your spouse, So, really and truly, I don't even think that the $1 million is enough to retire off of. So, let's get rid of all this right here. Let's get rid of all that. Let's say it's $5 million. Let's start over. $5 million divided by 36,000, right? All right, so we're going to do $138.8 138.8 years until you're broke. All right, you could probably live 138 years, right? I mean, $5 million in the bank in cash, not accounting for any expenses, things like that. You could probably live the life you want to live, but that's on $3,000 a month. We all know that the inflation has rose very, very rapidly. Probably going to rise even more rapidly. Everything is very, very, very expensive, So I think you're probably going to need, let's say you live on $1,000 a week. Divided by, let's say $1,000 a week is $48,000 a year. That is going to give you, let's see, 104.16 years, right? So 104 years, you could probably live off of $5 million. So right there, you can see 104 years. If you got $5 million in cash, you can probably retire no matter what age you are and live a decent life of $1,000 a week, right? $1,000 a week is a pretty good sum, absolutely. No shame there. And let's account that you have all your other bills paid for. Your houses are paid off, your house is paid off. You got other cash flow coming in. Your cash flow is king. But let's say you don't have cash flow, you just have all this money sitting in the bank, which I think is crazy. You always need to invest your money into cash flow opportunities, whether it be starting a business, owning rental properties, owning a REIT, a real estate investment trust that other people manage, stock market, crypto, whatever you do with it, find somewhere to park your cash so that you have cash flow, because cash flow is king. But let's say you have $15 million in cash. Now, you can really live the life you want to live, right? Let's say you live off of $6,000 a month. That is $72,000 a year. That will give you 208 years before you're broke. And let's be real, 15 million bucks is probably going to be enough for the average individual to live off of. That is my goal, $15 million with cash flow coming in to adjust for inflation. So let me know, how much money do you think that you need to retire? And what amount of money each month would make you a comfortable life to live off of? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoy these videos, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'm going to bring you some more great content. Y'all have a good afternoon.